Welcome, friends. I'm Chris. I'm from Transformation Nation Yoga and Wellness, and welcome to Poise and Pen. And in today's practice, we're going to pair a mindfulness and gratitude activity with a Theravada Buddhist practice called Metta. Metta is Pali for loving kindness. We'll add a little bit of self-massage. We're going to focus on the face today and a sense organ massage technique. We'll also, of course, do some journaling. Now, what I think you'll need to be safe and comfortable during your practice today, a comfortable place to sit or to lay down for the meditation, right? So you can see behind me here, I have a yoga mat laid out with a yoga blanket and a bolster on that. That'll serve as my seat. You might be much more comfortable in a chair, sitting at a table or a desk. What I would say if you're going to sit in a chair is find a chair that allows you to rest the soles of your feet firmly on the earth, right? So you'll need there a comfortable place to sit, whatever that looks like for you, a journal and a pen, and that's it. And I'll be back with you with today's poise and pen practice here in just a moment. All right, friends, we'll get started with our poise and pen practice for today. So let's start out with just a good, deep cleansing breath. So set yourself up, whether you're sitting in a seat, whether you're sitting on the floor. For now, find some kind of a seated position. And I'd like you to stack the joints. So float your head over your shoulders, over your hips. And then on an inhale, draw in the deepest breath of your day so far today through your nose. Hold it at the top for a beat. When you exhale, let that exhale out your mouth make a ha sound. Ah. Let's do the same thing one more time. Deep, juicy inhale. And exhale. Ah. So we're going to do two self-massage techniques today, both around the area of the face. They'll be focused on the face. So the first will be a facial fascial self-massage that is really toning the vagus nerve. So take the index finger, middle finger of both hands, bring them to the center of your lips, and then trace them to the end of the jaws, and you'll find a really ropey, jutty muscle there, the masseter muscle. Now, I don't want you to press in. What I want here for sensation is discomfort, not quite pain, or just in the verge of pain. Pressing in will just be painful. So press up and back towards your temples. That's it. And you might even allow your forehead to come a little bit forward. Keep the spine straight. So this is going to eventually be, I hope, sort of a hurt so good sensation here. And the practice that we do at the end of the practice is going to be a self-organ care massage practice that will be a little bit more relaxing than this. You start to make small circles with your index and middle finger. And change the direction of your circles. All right, now come to a pause again, but draw the tissues up and back into that masseter muscle again. Start to open and close your jaw slowly. And start to draw your lower jaw forward and then back. And then gently side to side. Come back to center, release those fingers, maybe shake your hands out. Take the index fingers of both hands, the point right outside the nostrils. Carry your head a little bit forward. And then again, I don't want you pushing in, I want you pushing up and back. Create a sneering, like a sneering face, like you'd smelled something really awful. I don't know if you had this experience when you were a kid, but your mom says, my mom used to do this to me sometimes. Can you smell this milk? It smells bad. If you already know it smells bad, why do I need to smell it? And then start to make small circles. Change the direction of those circles. You can release there. Back to index finger, middle finger, both hands. Take them to your temples and then pull the flesh up and back towards your hairline. Small circles. And change directions with your small circles. Back just to index fingers, place them in your ears. Start tracing all the little grooves in your earlobes. I'd like you to stay out of the ear canal, but everything else, give yourself a nice little massage. And so I've got these earbuds in right now. They're preventing me, but I'd like you to really trace around as much as you can and really explore every little crease and crevice in your ears. And I said the earlobes, but I meant the shell of your ear. All right, you can release there. Now, whatever position that you're going to be meditating in, that you like to do the meditation, we're going to do 2 back-to-back practices. So again, the first one is going to be rooted in mindfulness, and it's going to be a mindfulness of gratitude practice. And the second practice is going to be a metta, a loving kindness practice. So you can do this practice from any seated position, right? Seated on the floor. I know I said this before, seated in a chair. You could do this laying down. So I don't startle you, I'm going to invite the chime 3 times, once now to demonstrate so you know what to listen for. But I'll also use the chime to initiate our meditation and at the end. All right, so make your way into your either seated position or your position laying down, in whatever position that is, balancing relaxation with alertness. If you feel safe, you could close your eyes down. If that doesn't feel safe and comfortable, leave your eyes open, but soften your gaze. We'll begin our practice. Let yourself just be, whether you're seated or laying down. Let yourself just be, but be quiet. Just be quietly and just be at ease. Allowing your body to be relaxed and open. Your breath natural. Your heart easy. Beginning the practice of gratitude by feeling how year after year you've cared for your own life. Now, letting yourself begin to acknowledge all that has supported you in this care, things both small and large. You might be grateful for the gift of your heartbeat, steady and regular, moment after moment. You might be grateful for the gift of hearing, so you can hear the song of a bird, the notes of music, you can hear voices singing, the sound of your own breath flowing in and out. Perhaps you're grateful even for the ability to hear this meditation. Now, choosing one thing in your life that you're grateful for. This might include people, pets, experiences, your lifestyle, everyday objects, or anything you're grateful to have in your life. Once you settle on what it is, use this phrase, I'm grateful for, and then fill in the blank. Now choose a second factor from your life. People, places, things, situations, could be anything for which you feel some gratitude. And repeat that phrase. Once you've decided what that second thing is, say to yourself, I'm grateful for, and then fill in the blank. Now start to bring something else to your mind around which you feel a bunch of gratitude. Whatever that thing is, decide on what it is, and then repeat to yourself, I'm grateful for, and then fill in the blank with whatever it is. Now, thinking of the many people in our community who work hard, some who work hard for you without knowing you at all, to make your life easier and more pleasant. So maybe bring to mind the people that pick up the garbage and recycling that you put out to the curb. Or think about the farmers who plow and work the fields in order to provide you with food. Or the people who work in transportation related industries that move the foods from farms to communities. Or maybe even the grocery store staff who stock the shelves, who help you at checkout. You might think about who are the people that cook and prepare the food and take your order when you go to a restaurant. Think about all the people who do things to support your life, to make your life easier. And see if you can look for some gratitude around that. Sometimes it doesn't come easily, right? So maybe it starts as just a seed. And a seed, when planted in the right spot and nurtured, is always enough. Now maybe start to think about some of the objects in your world that make your life better. So the lights that illuminate your home so that you can see after dark. The water used for cooking and cleaning. We turn on the faucet, out it comes, safe for drinking and everything. The clothes you wear to stay warm during the winter and cool during the summer. And any other objects in your life that make your life better, more interesting, more fun, more comfortable, or safer. Bring those objects to mind. And look for a sense of gratitude for those objects. Now, thinking of any experiences you've had that have added to your life, that have brought you some value. So maybe think about a time when you went on a vacation or a trip that was really gratifying. You might think about a time when you were walking through nature where you felt really connected to the environment. Or a time with friends or family when you enjoyed yourself. Taking a moment to reflect on your very own reasons to feel grateful right now, in this moment. Gratitude fills our hearts, fills our minds. Now, coming back to the breath, noticing the feeling of your body and your breath in this place, in this moment. Noticing how you feel in your body, your emotions, your thoughts. Is it different from when you started? There's no need for any judgment, just noticing. Some practice, it might become easier for us to feel grateful wherever we are. All right, friends, and I'm going to start to give you the instructions for the Metta meditation. So if you like, you can open your eyes for this, but you also don't need to. If your eyes are closed down and you're comfortable with your eyes closed down, that's just fine. During this Metta meditation, I'm going to ask you to bring to your mind people that fit into one of three different categories. First is people for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill come very easily, like not a complicated relationship, a beloved pet, a nephew or a niece, maybe a child or a grandchild. Second category, people for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill are truly neutral. It might be someone you see more than once, right? Like the same person that you see working the checkout at the grocery store, but maybe you've never interacted with them, not yet. Someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill, you just don't have a strong feeling one way or the other. And the third will be people for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill are really challenged. These are difficult relationships for us. So maybe a colleague with whom you have an adversarial relationship for whatever reason. For many of us, this is family members, right? And for each of the people that I ask you to bring to mind, initially, I'm gonna cue for both breath and the intention. After the first two rounds, I'm just gonna cue for the intention. You'll know when to breathe. All right, so let's take another cleansing breath to kind of reset after the instructions. Drawing a deep, life-affirming inhale. Exhale, let it go and make a ha sound. If you'd opened your eyes up and you feel safe to do so, close your eyes now. And bring to your mind the image of someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill come very easily. Hold that image in your mind. Inhale, may you be. Exhale, happy. Inhale, may you be. Exhale, healthy. Inhale, may you be. Exhale, safe. Inhale, may you know. Exhale, peace. Bring to your mind the image of someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill come very easily. Could be the exact same being that you just thought of. Could be somebody completely different. But regardless, hold that image in your mind, hold it in your heart. Inhale, may you be. Exhale, happy. Inhale, may you be. Exhale, healthy. Inhale, may you be. Exhale, safe. Inhale, may you know. Exhale, peace. Bring to your mind the image of someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill are truly neutral. Hold that image in your mind, and just as a reminder, I'm just cueing for the intention now. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. Bring to your mind the image of someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill are neutral. Hold that image in your mind. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. Drawing a deep, deep breath. And then sigh that breath out. Ah. From this point forward, friends, just to forewarn you, these may come a lot harder. Whatever your emotional response is okay. Just keep coming back to your breath. Bring to your mind the image of someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill do not come easily, a challenged relationship for you. Gently hold that image in your mind, hold it in your heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. Drawing a deep, deep breath. And then let it go, make a ha sound. Ah. Bring to your mind the image of someone for whom your feelings of kindness and goodwill do not come easily. Hold that image in your mind. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. Draw a life-affirming breath. And then let that all go. Bring to your mind an image of yourself, loosely, gently, with lots of kindness. Hold that image in your mind, hold it in your heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you know peace. On a nice deep breath. Make a ha sound. Ah. But to orient your attention back to the room that you're in. You're going deeper with your breaths. You're starting to blink your eyes open, taking in the whole room and the people who may be sharing that room with you. And I'll be back in just a moment with our journaling questions for today. All right, friends, we're back with the journaling prompts for today's practice. So it's a series of 4 two-part questions. The first is, did anything that arose in your gratitude list surprise you? And if so, what stood out for you? The second question is, where did you feel the emotion of gratitude in your body? Where was gratitude embodied for you? How would you describe the qualities of that feeling? Like the qualities of how you felt that in your body? What was your emotional response to the Metta meditation, the loving kindness meditation? And where did you feel any emotions that arose in your body during your Metta? And last, how might you build on using the tools of gratitude and Metta in your life more often? So what I recommend that you do now, press pause on your device. That way you'll have the screen up. You'll be able to refer back to the journaling prompts if that serves your interest well. Take all the time you need to journal. And then when you're ready to get started again, come back to your device, press play. I'll share with you my observations from my journaling excavation. We'll close out with our final self-massage technique. So if you would, go ahead and press pause on your device. Welcome back, friends. How was that exercise for you? So I'm going to share just some of my thoughts. Full disclosure, when I'm doing these, I'm facilitating the meditation. I'm not typically able to be in the practice itself. That being said, I've practiced meditations like this many times. So I'm going to share with you observations that I made in past similar times, just in the interest of transparency. You know, in order to keep this interactive, you're doing this as a recording, but feel free to share any of your thoughts or results on any of these journaling questions or the meditations that we did this morning, these 2 experiences. You can text me, 728-389-9696. You can message me through social media or email me, chris@transformationnationyogaandwellness.com. But these were my thoughts. So my response to the gratitude meditation, what sometimes happens to me, and it often is related to the elements, but I end up feeling like in my better moments with a gratitude meditation, I end up feeling like having this really detailed list, and I have this really strong emotional response to really mundane things. So things like stars, the moon, wind, rain, the ocean, trees, the leaves on trees, things like that. And I'm often moved nearly to tears. And that doesn't happen every time that I do a gratitude practice, but in the more gratifying gratitude practices, that's the experience. For me, this is a feeling in my heart. I feel gratitude is an expansive emotion in my heart, like my heart is growing. And I almost have the sense sometimes that my heart is almost reaching out to embrace the things in my world and my environment. It's a really good feeling for me. So the next question, the metta. For me, what my emotional response was and where I felt it really depended on the subject of the meditation. The person, the being for whom we feel kindness and goodwill easily or very neutrally, those both feel really good to me. And I do feel a sense of opening and expansiveness in my heart. With the challenged relationship, and it may be the nature of the challenged relationships that come to mind for me, usually when I start directing that kind of energy to that being, my initial visceral response is grief, right? So I feel the grief first, and then eventually it starts to loosen up. But in the short amount of time that these practices usually go, just to be fully clear and transparent again, they don't loosen up much for me. It's really difficult. With myself as the subject of the metta, this used to be really hard for me, and it's getting easier now, and I'm starting to feel that sense of expansion in my heart more consistently when I'm my own subject of the metta. For me, all of these emotions manifested physically, they're embodied physically in my heart. The opening, of course, happens in the heart, but even the grief I feel like sort of a compressive emotion, not like the tight constrictive emotion of anger that I feel in my heart, but more like a heavy, wet blanket weighing the heart down and dragging it down into the depths of my psyche and my body. So how could I do a better job of incorporating these practices into my life? Well, I do a few things now, but I think there's lots of room to improve. So one thing that I do is I do a daily gratitude list, and it's one of a couple of ways that I start my day out right, which is one of the Ayurvedic habits that I'm practicing. But I spend about 2 minutes in my bed before I get up in the morning, gently stretching and going through a few moments of prayer, followed by a gratitude list, some of the things in my life. Now, how can I improve it? One way is my list becomes pretty repetitive, and it's often sort of feels like me checking boxes rather than really feeling it. So really digging into the meditation. Another thing I think I could do, I do this some, but I think not enough, is making sure that I'm really going out of my way to thank the people that are working really hard to make my life easier or better. So the people that drop off my packages with Amazon, the postal carrier, people in the grocery store, maybe I use the self-checkout a lot, but there's somebody facilitating, and when I screw something up, they're the one that has to come over and fix it. So making time, I'm really making sure that I let them know how much I appreciate their service and what they're doing for me. I also use a metta blessing at the end of a lot of my classes. May you be healthy, may you be happy, may you be safe, may you know peace. I could maybe do it more. I don't want to get too repetitive for that, but when I do it, it feels really great for me. I don't know what it's like for the people in my classes, but for me, it feels really great. But I also think that there's some room for me to have a metta practice that's a little more consistent and a little bit more frequent, especially given how good it feels for me, particularly for the easy and the neutral subjects, and more for myself. Right, so those are my thoughts on the journaling prompts. I'm really interested in hearing yours as well. And I promised one more self-massage technique. This is actually an organ self-care. This is for the eyes. So if you start probably here, you could do this laying down, but probably you'll be in a seated position. But take your index finger and thumb together, almost like you were making shadow puppets for a child. And then bring them to the center of your eyes, right on the brow line, and start tweezing and massaging your eyebrow line, moving from the center of your forehead out to the temples. Relax your shoulders as much as you can while you're doing this. And then you can release there. Once you've reached the end of your eyebrows, you can release there. Take your thumbs, place them in the center of the upper eye socket, both eye sockets, and apply gentle pressure of the thumbs up toward the stars and gentle pressure of your chin down toward the earth. And you can release there. Take the index fingers of both hands, place them in the center of the bottom of the eye socket on both eyes. This time, apply gentle downward pressure toward the earth with the tips of your fingers, and gently apply pressure of your chin up toward the stars. You can bring your chin back to neutral again. Flatten your palms out and press the heels of your hands up against the bottom of your eye sockets. Start to fold the hands over your eyes. Now, I'd like you to keep your shoulders floating over your hips, but tweeze your elbows together and start to release your forehead forward. So the weight of your head and your forehead starts to rest into your hands, but with those elbows tweezed somewhat together, you have this nice, strong triangle shape of the arms to support them. So especially if you're doing office work, this little eye therapy process, you could do this at your desk once an hour. It only takes a few moments. I think you'll make a big difference in how your eyes feel and your eye health. Start to lift your chin back up to neutral. Slice your hands down into heart center. Thank you, friends, for joining us for our poise and practice, poise and pen practice for today. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, and may you know peace. Draw your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows. Blessings to you and your family. And that concludes our practice for today. Great job, friends. This personal excavation in journaling work is not easy work, and I really respect and admire that you're doing it. And that concludes our poise and pen practice based on gratitude and metta. And I hope you have an amazing day today.